And there came a day like no other, when heroes banded together to appease the incessant groanings of the whiny 90s kids of the internet. These are Nickelodeon's mightiest heroes. Not to be confused with Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which is one of the best shows ever. So not too long ago, Nickelodeon announced that they want to revive a whole bunch of their 90s Nicktoons. And on top of that, while I was preparing my notes for this video actually, they also announced that there's going to be a new channel called Splat, which is where all their old Nicktoons are going to air. And the cherry on top of this Nostalgia Sunday is that there's going to be an epic crossover movie where all your favorite Nicktoons from the 90s are going to come together and do something. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of reliable sources on this at the moment, but names being thrown around are Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, Hey Arnold, Doug, Ren and Stimpy, Angry Beavers. For the most part, I'd love to see a lot of these shows come back because I love Rocko's Modern Life, I love Ren and Stimpy, and then there's shows like Hey Arnold, which left a lot of plot points unresolved, so if any show from Nickelodeon deserved a comeback, it's definitely that one. I've also heard that if and when any of these Nicktoons do come back, there's going to be no updates to them. So they're going to be exactly like they were in the 90s. They're just going to sort of pick up where they left off. Which is great because, well, you know, I kid around, but let's be real here. 90s Nickelodeon is the best Nickelodeon. Because in terms of variety and creativity, they were just at their peak then. The one thing I'm having a little bit of trouble with is that epic crossover movie that they're talking about. Because, well, there's going to be a lot of problems with that. For one thing, didn't John Kay get fired from Ren and Stimpy? And then they brought Ren and Stimpy over to Spike TV and made the adult party cartoon and they made it horrible. Also, doesn't Disney own Doug right now? Do they still have that, or is it just another one of their properties that they own but they're not doing anything with? People are describing this as an Avengers-style crossover, which implies that they're going to be fighting some villain or something, which I just don't see that happening. Also, people from Nickelodeon have already compared this movie to the Lego Movie, Wreck-It Ralph, Space Jam, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things kinda sucks. This isn't the first time Nicktoons have done crossovers, because there was that time Rugrats crossed over with the Wild Thornberrys, and Rugrats also crossed over with Ah Real Monsters. But the thing is, all three of those shows were made by the same company, Klasky Csupo. So there were similar character design, similar art direction, similar levels of humor. But all these other shows were made by different people, different animation studios. They had different art direction, different types of humor. So, for example, Ren and Stimpy would not be able to work within the context of Hey Arnold. I'm just saying. So the revival could be pretty interesting. It's just that crossover movie that I just don't know about. I mean, I will keep an open mind with it just like anything else. But here's the problem. Nickelodeon is going backwards. This feels like a desperate attempt to cash in on nostalgia. And the problem with cashing in on nostalgia is that it only goes so far. Going backwards isn't always a good thing, because when you rely on nostalgia and the success of your past works, you're not acknowledging what's happening in the present or what could happen in the future. Instead of remaking Rugrats, Nickelodeon should probably be looking for the next Avatar. So hopefully this kind of thing won't overshadow someone who may have the next big IP. But in all fairness, I do hope it works out. I don't like to see, you know, things fail. Even when I get mad at shows and things, I don't like that. I don't like seeing things fail. I like seeing good talent shine through. So let's see what happens. Hopefully this won't be like what happened with Beavis and Butthead. So Nickelodeon's about to revive their Nicktoons. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of this. And for that epic crossover movie, who do you want to see show up and what role should they play? My name is Rob, and have a wonderful day.